Good morning, this is my archetype reading for the sign of Aries. So Aries, before I start your reading, let me quickly explain to you how the 5 cards are meant to be read. The first card here is relating to the underworld. This card here is relating to the past. This one here is related to heaven. This one here is your future, and this one in the center is related to yourself. So, let me start the reading. Aries, it starts off with the card relating to the underworld, and the card for you that came out is called the Eternal Child. The eternal child relates to your inner child and the child of joy. The eternal child is connected to the ageless, the timeless, and infinite aspects of life. This child is fearless and always seeks joy. This child struggles with aging, which is to the child physical limitations. Going beyond what others say is impossible and does not apply to the eternal child. The eternal child wants to return to the land of the free, and that with plenty of friends. Because we all do want to stay young and keep our eternal youth, we sympathize with the eternal child. The child is even popular and famous, reminding us of what is possible and what is magical about this life. This archetype, Aries, is so spirited that when its appetite for life isn't satisfied, it seeks spirits and substance elsewhere. The eternal child struggles with all sorts of addictions. Celebrity culture is based heavily on this archetype, as is the phrase "live hard and die young." Many artists and musicians have died young in their 20s because they truly lived hard and so died young. When this card's meaning is light, it relates to your usefulness, playfulness, and your acceptance of everything, and also your personal magic. When this card's meaning is dark, it relates to addiction, being selfish, adrift, and one who burns out because of a too hectic lifestyle. There are people like Icarus, Peter Pan, and Rumi's writing "Has anyone seen the boy?" That relates to this archetype. Now we come to the card that relates to the past, this one here. And the card relating to your past, Aries, is called the underworld. The underworld relates to nightmares, the ordeal, and the bottom. The archetypal territory of the underworld is nightmares, suffering, and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm which we desperately try to avoid or deny at any cost. We might try as we want. The darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dreams, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. To deny the existence of the underworld is what gives it dangerous powers, so we bow humbly to the power by avoiding to deny that the underworld is part of life and visits everyone from time to time. Then we become soldiers of light amid our shadowy times, because facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. Search the images of a map of Dante's Inferno. What does the story of this epic descent means to you? One of the earliest stories on record is that of the goddess Inanna's descent to the underworld. Turns out that descending into the underworld is as old as time itself. When the card's meaning is light, it relates to bravery, to depth, and facing off your deepest fears. When the card's meaning is dark, it relates to denial, suppression, evilness, and unconsciousness. To go deeper, read Meeting the Shadow, edited by Connie Zweig and Jeremiah Abrams. The book explores how the dark side manifests itself, and it includes even some shadow work. Now we come to the card relating to heaven, and your card, Aries, is called the Flame. The flame is in the Archetype card reading the fire, the spark, the glimmer. In Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni. The ancient yogis saw the flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. When the fire is lit, we are connected to our purpose and our sense in life. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their flame go out. Think of this card as a call to reignite that fire and protect the flame, no matter how harshly the winds around you blow. It could be that an inner archetype begs you to light the flame. It is likely that the poet, the shaman, the mystic call you with the language of the flame. The archetypal fire is at the beginning of all transformation, purification, and also manifestation. Nearly every spiritual lineage honors the flame. To awaken the connection with this archetypal energy, practice the candle gazing technique called Trataka. Notice how lighting a single candle in any space brings magic to the room and creates a holy atmosphere. When the card's meaning is light, it relates to health, mental clarity, and good digestion. When the card's meaning is dark, it relates to excess, heat and anger, and complete darkness. To go deeper, read The Light You Give Off by Rumi and see the photo paintings of Gerhard Richter. And these photo paintings are called candle paintings. Now we come to your future card, Aries, and the future card is called the Unseen. And the Unseen is in the archetype spread the spirit, the ancestor, the eternal. The unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it, but it can see us, watching and waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. We feel the presence, we sense the presence, and still we doubt it. We doubt the existence of the unseen, even though we pay attention to what might be out there. The energy of the unseen comes in many forms: a compelling dream, a sudden insight, a clear voice, a vision or message from a loved one who has passed away. It is natural for us to feel such communications as our perceptions of what is real becomes challenged. When this card appears, the eternal is present and guidance is near. The doorway between worlds is, if not open, so at least ajar. So listen, says the card. The sounds might appear far away, but instead the sounds are coming from your innermost chambers. Being graced by the unseen card is a gift. Treat it kindly and allow yourself to be seen by the eternal eyes. Guidance comes in many forms, so don't expect a one-sided, comfortable viewpoint. The spirit world speaks the truth, and sometimes this truth, it burns. When this card's meaning is light, it relates to clairvoyance, guidance, and whispers of wisdom. When the card's meaning is dark, it relates to dark, looming energies and an unwillingness to forgive. To go deeper, read King Hamlet's The Three Fates and see the film The Shining. Last card for your spread, Aries, is this one. And it relates to yourself, and yourself is called the Starborn. The Starborn is the divine child, the star child, and the destined. The Starborn archetype points to the cosmic spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. The moment the newborn crowns, which means is born, whether vaginally or surgically, the royal stars above are said to constellate in a unique shape, mapping out the path for the child in the world. The idea of destiny is controversial, yet a starborn naturally feels a sense of destination and of purpose. When this card appears, travel back to your birth story for clues and insights. Ask yourself, what was I desired? What did I desire when I were young? When this card appears, don't be surprised if you receive a search for a long-lost dream, one you have not visited since your childhood. Let this desire shake you up. The card's reading, when it is light, it means trusting and be vibrant. When dark, it means feeling a misalignment and a loss of longing. To go deeper, read Tripping Over Joy by Harvest and read Shakespeare's Star-Crossed Lovers. So that was the reading for Aries. I hope, Aries, you enjoyed it, and please come back next time when I read for your sign. Okay? Have a wonderful day, and thank you for listening.